Hey everyone, welcome back. Um, I just wanted to do a quick President's Day update because I think the next week or two is going to be pretty important, obviously, both for Bitcoin and SPY. So, how I'm seeing this is there's really no reason to be bearish the tape if and unless it gets below this major trend line. Everyone's looking at this trend line. It broke above, and that was extremely bullish, or at least bullish for the time being. Now, how I see this is it obviously broke structure. That was a nasty daily candle right there, and it kind of foreshadowed the closing of a candle below this structure. Now, the way I see it though is this is really just normal market behavior. It's coming back to test some pretty important stuff, right? They broke out above the bull trend line. Maybe it's coming back to simply test the 200 period moving average and the 50 period moving average as well. Show you this little number. From high to low, you have a retrace, a 382 retrace right in that neighborhood. So, pretty important stuff, and markets like to come back and test pretty important stuff. So, why I bring this up is everyone will have their hair on fire if the markets just simply come back and retest this breakout area, and Bitcoin will follow. Now, I like a futures chart on Bitcoin. I've always liked the futures chart. Not many people do, but the reason why is there's major gaps on the Bitcoin futures chart. And it's kind of telling because back in 2020, I was saying, at least from the start of this futures chart, these gaps are very likely to get filled. And people were, obviously saying, oh no, never, new paradigm, this and that. Now, obviously, these gaps got filled, right? Now, I think the same thing for the way up. I even said that down here. Um, I think this gap's getting filled. I think this gap's getting filled at 36. If, right, and when this gap gets filled first, right, I think it's coming back down. It's already been riding the 200 and the 20 period moving average. But if it comes back down and it kind of doesn't do just a simple M formation and goes up, and it breaks down and it starts to fill this gap and test this stuff, but it just shoots right back up, and it's not closing candles, daily candles, hourly candles, a weekly candle below this gap, and then obviously below that kind of bearish wedgish trend. That's what's going to happen. It's simply the SPY bouncing off of this, some market, some simple market movement down to test some important stuff. Bitcoin will follow. Sorry, it's not its own thing anymore. It's going to follow suit if that happens, and people are going to be freaking out because a lot of people probably have hard stops in this area, which is why I use close stops on big stuff like Bitcoin and SPY and other highly institutionally backed vehicles. Because if you're not over leveraged and you wait for daily, weekly candle closes below certain levels, you usually don't get stopped out. Yes, there could be some pain with overshoot, but just because markets overshoot doesn't mean that you're wrong. So again, very two big weeks coming up here this week. Obviously tomorrow and next week. I think it's going to be very telling because if we start closing daily, first hourly, then daily, and then obviously a weekly candle below this trend line, that's obviously a fake breakout, and we get a resumption of the bear market. I still see upside in this market with everything. I think everything is going to be um, moving up. I think it's going to be a broad-based rally still. I still think we have some upside, but I'm just the umpire calling balls and strikes. I don't have a bias either way. Obviously, a macro bias to the downside. We are most certainly in a recession by any definition, and but that doesn't mean that the markets have to be going down yet, right? So, all right, guys, just wanted to provide you an update for day trading. I will be looking at the setups tomorrow morning around 8:15 and providing those usually around 9 a.m. I don't have the website. It's going to be in a couple weeks, but once I have the website, I'll start posting setups. You'll be able to see me in real time posting those setups around 8:15, 8:30, so you guys can get better prepared as you start your day and maybe want to take a shot at those day trade setups that I provide for you. Uh, all right. Well, good stuff, guys. I will be back on here tomorrow and see you on the charts. Take care.